Good morning, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics behind the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense by an expert in financial literacy, and hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Wednesday, March 23rd, and I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia, and we are live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. By the way, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on TikTok, and also other social media by searching Larry Steinhouse. And just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. And of course, you can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. By the way, if you're commenting from a group and it's not the Money Chat Now fan page, your name might not show up on my dashboard, so please go to the Money Chat Now fan page, hit like, and comment there so I can recognize you. Money Chat Now is, of course, brought to you by Investor Schooling. You can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com, and that's tomorrow night, by the way, and you will learn about real estate investing, stock options trading, and you'll learn about it from those who do it every day. Hey, real quick, I want to say hello to some people online. Oh boy, there are lots of people online this morning. I want to say hello to Dan, and I want to say hello to Mick and Joe and Jane and Peter and Victor. Thank you so much. I always appreciate you guys watching. All right, on today's show, of course, we're going to be discussing the futures update. We're going to be talking about Icahn's prediction, Ethereum founder worries, and we're also going to be talking about home sales forecasts and Disney politics. I don't know. You gotta hear this Disney stuff. It's just fascinating to me. Let's talk about what's going on so far. So yesterday, yesterday was another good day. The market is looking good. And as I've been saying, the market has absorbed the news of inflation, war, and rising interest rates. Yesterday the Dow finished up 254 points, and I really wasn't surprised. Even the NASDAQ finished up nicely around 2% for the day. And, apparently Wall Street is no longer cares about raising bond rates, even as the 10-year bond peaked at 2.39% yesterday. I mentioned tech stocks that analysts are saying will do well with the rising bond market, if you were listening yesterday, and inflation, and they did really well yesterday. Apple rose to over 169 yesterday. By the way, do you guys remember a week ago when it hit 150 and I said buy it? Do you remember when it hit 160 and I said it was still a buy? Well, guess what? It's still a buy, but now I'm waiting for a dip. I'm hopefully waiting for 165 or below before the earnings report, and then I'm going to want to jump back in. Carnival Cruise Lines announced their earnings yesterday, and they didn't do so well. The report came in light, and the guidance was kind of mixed. The company says that they will also suffer a loss in the second quarter. However, they feel that they will recover in the summer, and they will be fully operational. I got to tell you, I just won't go on a cruise yet. Basically, it's because of the stupid mask and vaccine mandates. And honestly, it would be really nice to be on a ship right now with the approximate 50% occupancy that they're reporting. Wouldn't it be great to be on an empty ship? I really think it would be neat. I remember when the ships were sold out months in advance. Of course, this was before the scamdemic and government overreach, by all the agencies. Anyway, I think we're going to be cruising again this summer, and the airline stocks also moved up, and interestingly enough, the big winner yesterday was Tesla. I need to stop underestimating Tesla in the future. I thought it would level off in the 700s and even move down, but this thing's unstoppable. So here's the lesson. The lesson here is buy it in the 700s. Moderna was also a winner, and honestly, that has me nervous. If Nancy Pelosi and the Dr. Fauci crowd are buying this stock ahead of a COVID announcement, it would be good for the stock, but not so good for the Constitution once again. The weird part, though, was Pfizer was a top loser yesterday, dropping about 2.25 points. So maybe it's a put play and an opportunity for Moderna, and maybe it just bounced on something else. But I sure hope. We've been seeing some all these politicians or ex-politicians who are liberals, obviously fully vaccinated, getting COVID all of a sudden. I think the latest one was Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton. Anyway, the Chinese stocks are making a comeback, and Alibaba moved up another 11 points yesterday. It's an incredible turnaround story, but I'm still staying away. I got killed last year on this stock, and it's still nowhere near the 250 levels we saw them then. Strangely, the war on Ukraine has been a catalyst for Chinese stocks. Now, I'm not saying that they're related, but don't forget that Jinping has been distancing himself from Putin since all this started. Now, I will say that Jinping is trying to stay neutral, but, that action alone says he's distancing himself from Putin. And by the way, who was on that plane 2 days ago? Epstein didn't kill himself, and that plane didn't fall from the sky by itself either. Add that to the fact that Boeing stock rebounded yesterday like nothing happened, and the conspiracy theory continues. They still haven't found any bodies. Very strange. Anyway, we have a lot to talk about today. Let's take a quick look at the futures, and of course I'm going to say hello to a few people in a second. Right now the futures are down 117, the S&P is down 18.5, and the NASDAQ is down 97. Hey, real quick, I want to say hello to Dave and Linda saying, yay, let's cruise. That's my wife. And Lewis and Charles and Bill, thanks so much for watching. All right, let's talk about Icahn. Whenever we have a market change or a market about to change, we will always get the opinion from experts. Experts like me. But believe it or not, there are actually smarter experts than me. I got to admit they're not as entertaining, but they're definitely smarter and more experienced than I am. Oh man, did my head just shrink? My ego is now mad at me. Anyway, Icahn is a genius who had been around for a long time. By the way, he was born in 1936, so he's probably a little bit older than me. There, ego. You feeling better now? Anyway, Icahn is a genius in finances, and he's making a statement that says there very well could be a recession or even worse. He also said that he doesn't think short term, he only thinks long term, and he said he's really negative about the market right now. Icahn, like others and myself, are concerned about how fast inflation ramped up and how the Fed now has to make decisions on how to slow it down. Well, if these guys would have asked me, I would have told them to start raising interest rates when Obama was president. But what do I know? I wasn't born in 1936. Anyway, Icahn is really concerned that quick raise in interest rates will not only put the brakes on inflation, but it'll also crash the economy. Frankly, I got to tell you, I think he's right. Now, of course, don't get all doom and gloomy on this. On the other side of this is great opportunity. The opportunities will come in the form of great bargains. Icahn, just so you know, he's betting against malls and commercial real estate, and I believe real estate in general will be going down. As I've said before, it'll probably go down this spring, and I'm going to talk about that on the other side of the break too, and it'll probably be the last good year in the real estate market. And these are the reasons you should prepare yourself. These are the reasons you should prepare yourself for the turn down, right? The preparation should be refinancing all the high interest rate properties that you have, and get home equity lines of credit on all the real estate that you can. Look, the Fed is going to screw this one up big time, so be prepared for the upcoming crash with cash, available lines of credit, and know you'll be able to buy all the bargains. Look, I know you're going to be ready if you aren't an investor schooling student, you want to become one now, because when the time comes, you'll be as well prepared as I am. All right, let's talk real quick about Ethereum. So the co-creator of cryptocurrency Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, was interviewed in Time magazine. Buterin co-founded Ethereum in 2013, and now he's a little worried about what his creation is becoming. He said crypto itself has a lot of dystopian potential if implemented wrong. Okay, guys, I had to actually look up the word dystopian. I guess it's because one of those few times that in my life that I could have used a college education, because a word like dystopian can only be used by someone who went to college, obviously. I guess I can't really make fun of this guy. After all, he's a college boy who made billions off the idea of Ethereum. Anyway, dystopian refers to a society or group of great suffering. So when we have the founder of Ethereum saying that crypto has dystopian potential, yikes. However, he's also mostly referring to NFTs, non-fungible tokens that are, for the most part, useless JPEGs of artist drawings that people sell for billions or millions of dollars, and no one understands what their value is. His original concept was to use Ethereum blockchain system for more practical uses, including voting integrity. Well, that would be great. He's also concerned that people are using the system to make quick profits from NFTs or anything like it that comes down the pike. He also warned that cryptocurrencies are still new and anything can happen in the space. Weirdly enough, he even warned that it could become worthless. He stated in this interview, this is exact words, "Reminder, cryptocurrencies are still a new and hyper-volatile asset class and could drop to near zero at any time. Don't put in more money than you can afford to lose." Now, I got to tell you, although this advice is true with any investment, crypto has other challenges. And by the way, at Investor Schooling, we teach different types of investing, everything from very safe and guaranteed investments to very high-risk stock options. Take a look at this commercial and sign up for tomorrow night's class, and we will see you back in a minute. And maybe we won't.
Okay, so you've thought about investing in real estate, houses, apartment buildings, properties, but don't really know where to start? Well, what if you could very easily learn how to gain strategies to use other people's money to buy and sell houses in the Philadelphia area? If you could learn and network with successful area real estate investors and how to produce monthly income on rental properties without headaches, that place is Investor Schooling. With Investor Schooling, you'll learn from two Philadelphia area rockstar real estate investors, Phil Icahn and Larry Steinhouse, about how to buy and sell properties the easy way and teach you basic and advanced techniques to help you make money in real estate. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online visual classes 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate. Call for free information and get a complimentary pass to one of these classes. But don't delay, as these complimentary passes are limited. Call the number on your screen now or visit investorschooling.com. investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on Investor Schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829, 866-424-2829. I want to thank you all for listening on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia. And if you're watching online, please hit that share button so you can help your friends learn about how to make more money. And don't forget, the person who has the most shares this week gets a free ticket to the Freedom and Finances event. That ticket's $200. So you might want to start hitting that share button. Everybody out there, hit that share button. I want to say hello to a few people out there watching. We got Rob and Bill and Craig and Jill and Tommy. Tommy's watching from California. Say hello to all those people over there in Secret Knock for me, because I know you're at that Secret Knock event that I couldn't make because I couldn't get on a plane because I wouldn't wear a mask. Ugh, I don't know if there's something wrong with me or something wrong with the rest of the people. All right, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to leave comments on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and, of course, YouTube. All right, so far right now, the Dow is still down 116, the S&P is down 19, and the NASDAQ is down 102. We talked about Icahn saying that, hey, a recession is probably going to happen, or worse. I don't know if a recession, but it's going to be bad. It's going to be a big change coming up, is really what I should say. Ethereum founder is concerned that Ethereum is not what he had predicted it to be, and it may be a problem. Coming up, we got home sale forecasts, and we have Disney politics. You definitely want to pay attention to this. And then, of course, we have today's picks and plays. Hey, did you guys hit that like button? Come on. Did you guys hit that share button? I want to see it like when you hit that heart button, it goes hearts. All those hearts start popping up, right? Don't forget to leave comments on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And if you're listening on WWDB Radio, be sure and set a preset to this station and listen every day at 7:30. Also, look up Money Chat Now on Facebook when you get home and let me know what you think of the show. All right. And before we get into the second half, real quick, I've been telling you about that event that we're going to be hosting in the Washington Crossing Inn in Bucks County. It's Finances and Freedom event. Along with myself, we have the outspoken Bill Spadia as a keynote speaker, and we also have Doug Mastriano as a keynote speaker. These are guys you want to see, I'm telling you. Doug's story will mesmerize you as a leading contender in the governor's race for Pennsylvania, and you want to be at this event to shake his hand and wish him luck. It'll just be a great conversation to have with him. I don't even care if you're going to vote for him or not. Just go there and talk to him. You really need to have a conversation with him. Go to 4mmw.com, 4mmw.com, and register for this event before the price increase. And don't forget, if you share it and you have the most shares, you're going to win a free ticket to it. All right, let's talk about home sales forecast. Hey, I've been saying that home sales would start to slow down, and I've been saying that this spring will be the last of the hot market. It might even be, the last time home prices increase, although slightly, for about the next 7 or 8 years. Your house is probably at the peak this spring. Well, this thought is actually being confirmed by analysts, and they're saying that mortgage rates are rising faster than expected, and this caused a slowdown in the market. The current average rate for a mortgage is currently 4.72% as of Friday. Look, rates have a small chance to top out before hitting 5% and a good chance of topping out before hitting 6%, said Matthew Graham, Chief Operating Officer at Mortgage News Daily. It's a rapidly moving target in this environment where we legitimately and unexpectedly find ourselves needing to be concerned with inflation for the first time since 1980, he continued, right? All right, economists had expected the rate to rise only slightly this year, but now that's changing quickly. When you factor in the fact that average homes have increased in value almost 20% from last year, and you add the new mortgage rates, you can quickly understand that affordability is now limited. Rents have also risen at a remarkable rate in the past 2 years. How do I know? Because my income from my rental properties has gone up substantially in the past 2 years, and my tenants are glad to have found a place to rent. 2008 was a crash, and the only difference between now and then is now really the only thing I can see is the difference in the inventory. The inventory has been low, however, I expect this year to be a change. I actually expect many people who are even thinking about selling their homes will put them up on the market this spring just because they know the market is about to change, or they're getting warnings from me and other people that the market is about to change. They will want to cash in at a top dollar. I also did something different, and I refinanced all my properties to lock in a low rate. I've been telling you guys to do this. I expect to keep my properties for the next 20 or 30 years and continue to collect higher rents for them. Listen, the market's going to change over the next 2 or 3 years. And I'm also telling you, you want to learn how to buy houses from distressed sellers because there's going to be a lot of them coming up. Of course, you go to investorschooling.com and learn how to do it because it's going to be the greatest thing you're going to be able to do is buy properties from people that are in trouble, and you're going to be able to save them, and you're going to be able to make it easier for them. Hey, one more time, don't forget to sign up for the Freedom and Finances event. We've added Doug Mastriano, and Doug Mastriano is amazing. Bill Spady is amazing. We also have Teddy Daniels coming. We also have myself. We have other keynote speakers. We even have Dan Satowski going to talk about raising private money. These are all things that you want to learn. Just an amazing event. Go to 4mmw.com, 4mmw.com before the price increase, and register now. I think we have 40-something tickets left, and that's it. So definitely want to register soon. All right, let's talk about Disney politics. All right, what happens when you take a group of actors, people who feel they're entitled, and people who love cartoons, and they like to make believe and put them all together? You get Disney Wacko Land. For those of you who don't know, Florida is trying to introduce a bill that keeps children from kindergarten to 3rd grade from learning about sexual orientation at that age. So they could actually be children and play with toys instead of deciding whether they're male, female, them, they, if that, or just plain crazy. So because the extremists in the LGBTQ community want to enlist children at an early age, they are protesting the bill, which has been nicknamed by the the LGBTQ community, whatever that is. They nicknamed it the Don't Say Gay Bill. Of course, the left moronic media has coined this phrase, and now everyone is running around saying that Governor DeSantis is introducing a bill that won't let people say the word gay. In fact, when I first read the headlines, I was like, what the frig is this? By the way, the bill is actually called, check this out, the Parental Rights in Education Bill. Well, of course, the spoiled brats at Disney corporations, the lucky few in the world who get a cool job for a cool company, are crying foul over the fact that they asked Disney Corporation to publicly denounce the bill. What? Yes, boss at Disney, either you publicly denounce this bill or we will walk out. No, really. The employees were planning a mass exodus, a walkout, unless Disney meets their demands of a political nature. Well, I guess we're going to soon see Mickey Mouse competing in girl mouse sports, and soon see Minnie Mouse will shave her head and be called Maxie Them or something like that. Can't the cancel culture nuts just leave things alone? Here, I have an idea. Let's make Disneyland in California for the nuts and call it Fruitcake Land, and it'll be politically correct in all aspects, and of course it'll be free. And let's keep Disney World in Florida, the same company Walt Disney created 50 plus years ago. I am so tired of this crap. Let's take a break. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Investor schooling. Those guys are everywhere.
Investor schooling? Those guys are everywhere.
Investor schooling?
Those guys are everywhere.
Investor Schooling. Those guys are everywhere. Register for a free class at investorschooling.com.
I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse, and of course, if you'd like more information on investor schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829, 866-424-2829. All right, right now the Dow futures are down 140, the S&P is down 23.5, and the NASDAQ is down 121. We talked about Carl Icahn's prediction of a recession, and I'm a little worried about it too. We talked about Ethereum founder worrying a little bit about what Ethereum's becoming, and he's a little worried about what people are using it for, like NFTs. We talked about home sales and the fact that they're probably going to start going down. This will probably be the last best year. And of course, we talked about the lunatics in Disney demanding that Disney tell the governor, we don't like the Don't Say Gay bill. Oh, and I was talking about the fact that, Mickey and Minnie are going to be changing places soon. And Linda reminded me that they're changing Minnie's dress to a pantsuit. Why? All right. Coming up, we also have today's picks and plays, but first, did you guys hit that like button? Did you guys hit that share button? Let everyone know what great stocks are playing by sharing this information. You could share it on your page or groups that you feel will benefit from great stock plays. And of course, this will be great. You definitely will enjoy this. All right. Just real quick, all the people are commenting on the Disney thing. Of course you're commenting on the Disney thing. It doesn't make any sense. Let's just go to Disney World and enjoy Disney World. I don't know. Whatever. All right, if you're listening on WWDB Radio, set one of your presets to this channel and listen every day at 7:30 for all you need to know about the politics behind the stock market. All right, let's talk about what's going on. So, like I said, it looks like the market is coming back and it's becoming more normal, and more normal days are here. As I've been saying, we're expecting no surprises in the next few weeks and possibly some good news on the war front, so that'll actually help the market as well. By the way, the black box was found in the Boeing flight, but they said it was severely damaged. Well, we might find out if aliens actually transported the people to spaceship and then crashed the planes. All right, maybe not. But we'll find out what happened, and maybe, we'll find out if it's mechanical failure or something else. And this is going to make Boeing stock a little shaky for the next few days. And I would tell you, I would look for a dip in the stock and I would buy it again. This is basically a blip on the radar for the company. Did you see what I did there? Blip on the radar? Okay, that wasn't that funny. All right. As I mentioned earlier, Carnival Cruise Line's earnings came in, and they weren't bad. I mean, they were bad, but the guidance was pretty good, or sort of good. So I still like the stock, and I still stand by the idea that travel stocks are going to be the next big play. And I would look for dips in your favorite stocks over the next couple of days. Write down a price you would like to see them to go to, and then buy them when they hit that price. I'm telling you, Meta, Apple, all these stocks are all great stocks. You definitely want to take a look at them, write down a price you'd buy them for, and then go ahead and buy them. All right, let's talk about what's going on in crypto. Bitcoin and Ethereum are actually hanging in there. Bitcoin is about 42,000 and Ether is just under 3,000. I'd like to see Bitcoin about 30,000. I'd like to see Ether at about 2,000 before I jump in. By the way, if you're still in crypto, let me know. I'm curious to know if you guys are still in crypto. And real quick, I forgot to mention the Dow is down 139, the S&P is down 23, excuse me, and the NASDAQ is down 118. The other thing too is gold and silver haven't moved much but they seem to be behaving more normal as their price goes up and down contrary to the stock market. So it used to be that when the stock market went up, gold and silver went down. When the stock market went down, gold and silver went up. Now, also what happens too is inflation. When inflation starts to hit, gold and silver also start to move up. So I've been saying gold and silver is a great play. Gold and silver is definitely a great play. You need to buy it, and I actually believe in holding the physical metal. And the reason I hold the physical metal is because, look, let's talk about the zombie apocalypse, which is obviously happening, especially if Disney people, they all walk off. Those are all the zombies walking around. Anyway, if the zombie apocalypse happens, you're going to need to have something to trade for a gallon of milk or whatever it is that you're going to buy. I use milk as an example, but anything that you're going to buy, you're going to need silver to trade, and silver is easier to trade than gold because silver a coin is worth $25 right now, but a gold coin is worth $2,000. So what do you want to give away? You want to give away the gold coin for $2,000 or the silver coin for $25? So I like to hold the silver. On top of that, it's like a house. You're buying it, and if it goes up a few years from now, great, you could sell it for more. But if nothing else, at least have some, so that way if something bad happens, like the zombie apocalypse, or, Mickey starts to swim in, Mickey starts to swim in women's Olympics, you know what I mean. Anyway, so you should definitely have some gold and silver. I'll be using that for a while, I think. Treasury bonds, also the Treasury bond is at 2.37. I got to tell you, this is big. I'm surprised that it's 2.37. And the really weird part is that like I said before, the tech stocks are actually doing well with the Treasury bond at 2.37. Very strange, but it's also going to be part of the housing crash problem. So I would watch this number. The higher this number gets, the more likely the house prices are going to crash. Look, like I've said before, we all know a new financial situation is coming, and the real question is whether it's going to be a recession or a simple downturn. And if you want to survive through it, you should really order my new book. Go to barnesandnoble.com and look up Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. The title is Money Hacks because everything you think you know about money is wrong. You definitely want to pre-order this book, and I promise you will learn something. And hey, if you've been listening, my accountant confirms that it might be tax deductible. Also, don't forget to sign up for the Freedom and Finances event. Go to 4mmw.com, 4mmw.com, and sign up for this event. And don't forget, if you're sharing this page, the people who share the most this week will get a free ticket. I promise you that's going to be a great event. And if you already have a ticket, that's fine. You can give it to somebody else. All right, I want to thank all the listeners on WWDB Radio. I want to thank you all for your support. And I want you all to have a profitable day.